What's up, guys? Lord Nollan here, and today I'm reviewing Mulan. Now, what in the Crouching Tiger, Hidden Naruto is this movie? Okay, you got people running up and down walls like they got chakra on their feet. You got people turning into animals and stuff. You got okay. So this movie, it's the thing is the movie itself, just standing alone with no previous iteration, is actually a good movie. It like just by itself alone, with no, if I didn't come into it already knowing a different story, is good. Just period. It is a good movie. But because it's telling us the same story as something that I've already seen, it's just like it's the same thing almost as The Lion King. It's like there's already an expectation for the story. You know what I mean? And they made the story into something that's like she's like this born chosen one. You know what I mean? Which I'm fine with the whole chosen one thing. Like, I get it. It's a trope. People use it in stories all the time. If it was any other story, I would be. If this was just a standalone story, changed her name to something else, I'm fine. I'm okay with that. I am okay with she's born with these special gifts that they're like, oh, you can't do that. That's Hercules. You know, that's freaking Naruto. That's any hero that had gifts at the beginning and was born in a world where people were less gifted, and that's Superman. It's out there. It's a thing. Now, obviously, Superman's an alien, blah 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 blah, whatever. But like, it's one of those things where like the concept of a warrior person, or a person that is like a hero, born and they're gifted with this ability, either from birth or through some form of magic, or they're from another place that just happens to be stronger and they came here, whatever. Like, that story I'm fine with. I'm okay with that. I get it. But Mulan is not that story, okay? Mulan is a okay, she's technically no, she's 18. Yeah. So she's a grown woman whose father is told he is pretty much expected to go and die for the emperor. Like, that's the story. Her father, having no children of male descent, is to be sent to war, where he is essentially presumed to die. The family is already talking like he's already dead. The man he gets his envelope or his scroll, and he's automatically, they're like, yep, he ain't coming back from this one. That's it. That's game. You're just gonna have to get over not having a dad. I'm gonna be a widow. Y'all are gonna get married to husbands. We're gonna have to get on without him. That's it. But Mulan, being a daughter who loves her father and doesn't want her family to lose him, decides to risk her own life to go and take her father's place in the army. She's younger. She's got, she's always felt out of place being just a plain woman in her village. So she's like, well, what do I have to lose? Like, my father is the one person in this village who truly who truly gets what I'm going through, as like, as the patriarch of our family. He's needed. I can't allow him to go and die because the emperor says so. So she goes in his place, determined to not only save her father, but to find her place in the world. And it's through determination, hard work, just a literal courage beyond that of the normal men of the time, and intelligence and the help of obviously her ancestral spirit guide Mushu, and a lucky cricket, and a horse that's that's got her back all the time. She's got three partners in her fulfilling her destiny. She's like, yeah, is talking dragon, lucky cricket. I guess I think he's lucky. I'm not necessarily sure if he's lucky, but that's the joke in the movie. And then a horse who is literally like out there to make sure that she is not gonna die in the snow or get harassed by soldiers when she's getting bathed and stuff like that. So the animals are somewhat sentient, which is like that's like that's a thing in Disney. And she's got a ancestral dragon that comes and gives her advice and helps her out, but she's not magical. Like, she works for all the things that she got. She worked for all of it. She did the leg work. She did the exercising. She did she did all the classes that they did for soldiers to learn their moves and stuff like that. She was even teaching other men. She was teaching the men how to do stuff. She showed initiative. She showed drive. She showed a loyalty to not only her family but to her country. She was beyond, like, she didn't need the powers, is what I'm saying. She didn't need powers. Her power was that she was just an excellent warrior after just all the grit and determination to become one. That's her. She didn't need the powers. Okay, now you got people out here jumping from rooftops, chasing chickens and stuff, falling and catching themselves on a stick, and then landing on sliding off it. Like, she don't need kicking arrows into people, kicking spears into people. Like, that is not that's not necessary. You didn't need to do all that. Okay, you didn't need to do all that. And I understand there's certain movies in China where they have the super crazy, like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, like they had the crazy, like floating on top of bamboo sticks fighting moves. But not all Chinese movies are that. Like, Bruce Lee didn't do none of that. Jackie Chan didn't do none of that. Freaking Jet Li, okay, Jet Li did it sometimes, but whatever. That not all of the Chinese movies have to be floating on bamboo sticks. It's not. They don't need superpowers all the time. Okay, Mulan herself is literally a hero among heroes. She didn't need to have any special. She didn't need to be born special. She wasn't born special. She was just an ordinary girl who, through her own grit and determination, became a legend in China, with the respect of the emperor and all of her peers as soldiers in the imperial army. She didn't need superpowers. Just being herself was enough. That's it. She didn't need all that. But now you got freaking witches turning into birds, and body snatching, and raiders that can run up and down walls, and somehow the soldiers learn how to do this move too. Like, they all just learn how to run up and down walls. And I don't understand that move anyway. What's the purpose of running on the side of the walls? To, like, y'all could all just run in a straight line at each other. You didn't need to run and, like, go up the wall just to go back down to run into each other. It didn't make any sense. But the superpowers, another thing, this superpower, I like the witch in this movie, she can essentially steal bodies. What does she need these guys for? What does she need any of these guys for? Just keep stealing bodies all the way up to the top and become the freaking emperor. You can do whatever. She don't need to help these guys. She don't need to. Once she got to a certain level where she could just snatch bodies, they won't know who you are ever again. They will never know who you are again. Ever. They will never know who you are again to hunt you for any reason. These guys, and if they did try and hunt you, and you kept stacking your way up, just tell them their plan. Let them get caught. Who cares? Then just keep going and become the emperor. You didn't have to do all those things. You did not need to go as far. She didn't need to enlist an entire army of people who didn't care about her. She's a body snatching animal changeling who controls all kinds of crazy powers and stuff. She can throw ninja stars and all. She is, and apparently the Emperor has the same power, so her doing it as the Emperor doesn't change anything. She pretends to be the Emperor using her exact same powers, because apparently the Emperor has them, other than the body snatching part. The Emperor has the exact same powers. The man was, she was doing the thing with her sleeve. He was doing the thing with like the big band or ribbons or whatever that were hanging in like this construction site and stuff. Like, they essentially had the same powers. He's catching arrows with his bare hands that's almost at his neck, that's fired. Like, the man and her had similar powers. She takes the Emperor's spot. Nobody will know the difference. Nobody will know the difference. And she could wait. She could take somebody's spot that she knows the job of, and then slowly but surely learn the Emperor's job, and then take the Emperor's spot. And then nobody will know. Why is she doing all that? And then she ends up taking an arrow from Mulan. And I don't understand that, because it's like, why didn't you saw him pull the bow and arrow out? You obviously had enough speed to to speed past the arrow. Why didn't you just fly to the arrow with your talons that you were flying with? Catch the arrow in the air. Catch the arrow in the air. Why are you sacrificing yourself? You both could live. I don't understand that. She sacrificed herself to save Mulan in a way that is less effective than if she just caught the arrow with her talon. That's it. And not even have to catch it. Just fly into the arrow and kick it. You have feet as a bird. Kick the arrow. And then at the end, freaking Mulan keeps us in suspense on whether she joins the Imperial Guard. Like, that's like, if you are a super chi powered warrior who has just saved the country, what are you going to do in your village with all them powers now? What is the purpose of you staying in your village? You are now accepted by everyone. The Emperor is giving you gifts. He's like, hey, please come protect me. I'm getting old. I don't want to do this anymore. I need somebody with your skills and powers. Save my life. Keep the dynasty safe. And she's like, I wasn't accepted all my life. I don't know if I can do it. And they're like, we are accepting you now. We're accepting you right now. Your father's accepting you. Like, the whole village is in awe of what you've done. You got the army pretty much at your feet. Like, please join us again. Like, everyone has accepted you. Why are you leaving everybody in suspense? Join the Imperial Guard. What are you doing? This is how you make a living using chi in this story. You have ascended to the highest level that you could possibly be, besides the Emperor himself, using chi. Because everybody else is all books and like they gotta know some other type of skill related to governance and math and logistics and stuff like that. She obviously ain't gonna do all that with chi. She is a warrior. Why don't you want the highest warrior position in your country? I don't understand. Why is she leaving people in suspense? But whatever. Disney just ruining classics all over the place. You could have made this a standalone movie by itself with a different name for, just, who cares? There's a bunch of stories of warriors in China. You could have taken any other name and done the exact same thing. It's so different. We wouldn't even have known this is Mulan. It's so different, we would not have even known it's Mulan, except for the snow thing. Obviously, then, like, shooting the mountain thing and the snow coming down. That's the only part that would be like, did that come from Mulan? Everything else is like, man, this could be Joan of Arc for all we care. This could be Brave. This could be any other woman impersonates man and becomes soldier story. This could be any one of those. There's plenty of them. You could have made another standalone disguised woman warrior story. Instead, you chose Mulan, and you chopped it up, you minced it up, you took all the songs out, you took away the magical dragon out, and I'm glad you didn't add in another creature that spoke to her, because if you didn't have Eddie Murphy, I'd have been upset then too. Okay? I like that Ming Na Wen is in here because I had a crush on her since I was a kid, but that's besides the point. That don't have nothing to do with the story. I don't even know what she did. She just walked in, introduced Mulan, and she stepped aside. Like, okay, that's great use of Ming Na Wen. Like, what is that? What was that? You couldn't put her in the movie a little bit more? Made her somebody's wife, somebody's mom or something, and elaborate some part of the story or something? Make her the witch. Ming Na Wen be the witch. That's... I would have rather Ming Na Wen been the witch than her be just the announcer. She was on screen for like 10, 20 seconds. Maybe 10, 15. I don't know, man. Disney and these live action... Disney and the live action, I don't know what they're doing with it. I'm just so glad they still haven't gotten their grubby hands on One Piece. If they ever do that, it's gonna be a revolution. I'm taking Disney out. I can't have them touching One Piece. They're already touching all my childhood favorites. I can't have them touching One Piece, okay? It's just leave anime alone. Don't get into anime unless you made it yourself. Just make your own damn anime. Don't try, because I heard about y'all trying to pay Oda to get One Piece. Y'all need to back up. Y'all need to chill, okay? Y'all live actioning yourself to death, okay? I don't understand. I don't understand. Why are you doing this to Disney brand? Why are you doing this to the Disney brand? Why'd you get rid of... I'm getting off topic now. This ain't even about Mulan anymore. This is just about me hating on Disney. And I gotta back up. All in all, for a standalone movie, it would be fine. But as Mulan, I'm not okay with this. I'm not okay with what they did with the story. She didn't need superpowers. There's no... It didn't need to be this different. None of these live action things need to be this different. They don't need to go crouching tiger, hidden dragon just because it's in China. That's like, honestly, that's more racist than not doing it. Like, this is like, why did you have to do that? Why did you have to go that route with it? She could just be an she could have just been an ordinary 18-year-old girl who under extreme circumstances became a phenomenal warrior. Why did you give her powers? That defeats the purpose of her whole journey. I'm okay with this movie if it's not called Mulan. Because it's called Mulan, I don't like it. That being said, Lord Nollan out.